morning. Today is May 8th, and I'm Jeff Cerro, planning operations for Great Basin Team 1 with your morning briefing. Today on Alpha Zulu, you can see that our line is contained. It's black. That shows containment, and right there the crews and other personnel that are working out there are cleaning up, backhauling, doing some work to repair some of the suppression work that was done there when the fire was active. Moving into our division Foxtrot, this is our Alpha Zulu Foxtrot break. This is Highway 4. We have backing fire right in here. It is sheltered from the prevailing winds, so it's backing fire that's heading down towards Highway 4. We will wait that out. That's low intensity backing fire, which is nice fire compared to a fire that gets started with and runs up to the main fire. So those cooler fires are what we desire, and it's not threatening to cross the road. So that's kind of what we're waiting. We're in a waiting game there. This section of fire is right along Highway 4. That is secure now, and probably will be turning that line to black pretty soon. Coming on down into what we call Division Foxtrot, this is the 289 road right here that you can see dropping all the way down into Division Mike. This fire, we have infrared flights flown during the night or early morning, and this line right here is as of yesterday evening, and we get new infrared flights, like I say, early in the morning, and you can kind of see where this fire, based upon the 50 to 60 mile an hour winds they had out there yesterday, the difference between what it was yesterday as compared with what it is right now, or what it was at I didn't look at the actual time on this thing, but it's it looks like probably 10:30 last night. So this fire did cross the 289 road. Where we're talking about is right here north of Kaplan Canyon. This the infrared shows a spot in Alamo Canyon. If you zoom in right there, you can kind of see that the infrared flight picked up heat right there in Alamo Canyon. We're going to have a flight as long as we can get in the air today, and with a helicopter first thing this morning at 8:30. We'll have a personnel that'll go up there and look for that spot and verify whether that actually is a spot or whether it was an anomaly on the flight. So if it is a spot, we'll be taking action on that with aircraft as soon as possible, again based on winds. The winds were heavy in there last night, continued to push that fire across the road in several places. The good news is that it's the old burn, so it's carrying in the heavy fuels, the logs, the down logs, but it's not moving near as rapidly because it just can't get enough intensity. Up there at that elevation, there's green grass, so the grass is not carrying the fire. The logs, the heavy logs are what's carrying it. They were able to start building a line around that piece of fire that went across the 289 road at 3 a.m. this morning. They were finally able to engage it, even with the wind, and we plan to engage the day shift out there and work on that piece of line or piece of fire that crossed the 289 road. Moving into Division Mike, this fire all along that division, Mike, here's road 289 just for reference, and this fire, if you've watched these before, has not moved. So it's hung up in cliff faces and that kind of thing right now, and it's not expanding much. You can kind of see on the infrared flight, this crosshatched area is new fire, and you can kind of see this whole section down in here has no movement in the last 24 hours. This is I don't want you to think that occurred last night. That occurred a day ago. So this is 1 day old infrared that is crosshatched in a different direction than the new one. So this did not move much yesterday. You can see all this fire in here had very little movement yesterday. This is all in prior days. So moving around into Division Oscar down on the south end, it has not moved much. It's all backing fire with those strong south and southwest winds. It's not moving much to the south at all. And then also over here on Division Romeo on the 266 road, it is not moving very much at all either. So A lot of this in here is the crews are waiting for that fire, low intensity fire. Again, it's backing because the wind's trying to push it this way and it's moving in the opposite direction. That's a lot cooler fire. It doesn't do near as much resource damage. And if we were to go out here and try to tie this all in and light fire from the road, we would create a high intensity fire, and we're trying to avoid that. So that concludes our morning briefing for May 8th.